Hi there, Sagittarius. Welcome and thank you for tuning into my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. You are watching a general love reading for the sign of Sagittarius for this first part of November 2020. I want to remind all my viewers that, of course, this is a general love reading, and that means it can apply to any kind of relationship and any kind of circumstance or situation you might be dealing with. Be flexible with the energy. You can interchange the roles. You might be represented by any of the characters that shows up in the cards, regardless of the gender of the cards. Parts of the reading may resonate, while other parts may not, so take what does and leave behind the rest. We'll get started after one or two more shuffles. If you're brand new to my channel or you're unfamiliar with it and you're craving more information about my videos and my readings, there is some more information in the description box below. Excuse me. And I do want to say a big thank you and welcome back to any returning viewers. I really appreciate your support a lot. So let's get started and see what we have for Sagittarius. I just did Scorpio. Sagittarius is the reading I'm doing right now. Okay, here we go. Knight of Swords in reverse. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Wands in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Judgment. 5 of Cups in reverse. The Chariot. And then we have the 2 of Cups. So this might apply to a job situation or a workplace situation. With the 2 of Cups coming out here, I do feel like this applies to a specific relationship as well. You might feel stagnant or like things aren't going anywhere or you're not making any progress. Maybe there's a desire to change that situation. Let's get some more cards out here for Sagittarius and see what else we get. Page of Swords. The Lovers. Two of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles again, this time in the upright position. Ace of Wands. Six of Swords in reverse. And then we have the 8 of Wands. Okay, you're involved in a connection or relationship, Sagittarius, that feels stagnant to me. It feels like it's not going anywhere, but it's a super significant relationship. This could be a romantic connection or otherwise. Doesn't have to be. It could be a workplace connection as well. We have a lot of Pentacles out here with 8 of Pentacles as well. I came up with that first, but it doesn't have to be. I also get with this card that there's something about this relationship, like I said, it's stagnant or it's not moving forward. I feel like there's a lot of potential within the connection, within the relationship, but you've stopped making progress within the connection. It's like you got to a certain level and then things stopped. So maybe this means this is a romantic connection and you've gotten past the point of just dating and casually seeing each other. Maybe you decided to move in, but that's where it stopped. Maybe you were looking forward to marriage and starting a family, and it just hasn't gone anywhere past that certain point. So that's another interpretation for this 8 of Pentacles. If it's not a workplace situation, it could be that there's just this indication that the relationship hasn't gone as far as you maybe had hoped that it would. And you might be a little fearful that it's not going anywhere, or you might be feeling like, you know what, I think this might be the stopping point. I need to figure this out one way or the other. Is this it? Do we stop here? Is this as far as it goes? If this is as far as it goes and you're content with that, then there's nothing wrong with it, right? If you end up at a stopping point and this feels right to you, or it's comfortable to you, or you're okay with it, then there's nothing wrong with it. But I do feel like there's this desire to start making some progress. See if you can't reignite. I'm getting a lot of these kind of readings, this idea of pushing things further or getting things going again, reigniting the passion within a connection, seeing if you can push it just a little further. So I think at the very least, if you've made this decision, okay, if I'm going to stick around in this relationship, if we're going to stick around, stay connected, because this is not an ending. I don't see a conflict necessarily, unless you want to call the situation a conflict. But I do see a stopping point. Like this relationship has gone no further. It's where it's been for a period of time. I mean, like I said before, there's a point, there's certain points where you get in a relationship where you won't move it any further, right? If it is a friendship, a platonic friendship, you're not going to move it to the next level if you've both agreed that this is just a friendship. But this feels like you're desiring more. You or the other person, or both parties, are desiring more, or thinking about the fact that it feels like you're at a stopping point within this connection. It does feel significant with the 2 of Cups and the Lovers out here, so it's definitely a significant relationship to you. Let's get some more cards out here. 2 of Swords. The Hanged Man. High Priestess in reverse. 3 of Pentacles. Queen of Wands in reverse. 2 of Wands in reverse. 6 of Cups. Now we have the 6 of Cups out here. And the World. Okay, so we have a Queen of Wands out here. This is the person who wants to move things forward. This person too feels very adamant about this. It's almost like this person saying, we move things forward because this is what needs to happen. This is how I want it. I want things to move forward. We need to reignite. We need to reignite the spark. We need to get things moving again. We need to start making progress. We need to get to the next level. I need a ring on my finger. Whatever that looks like for you, Sagittarius, this person wants movement and has decided that's the way it's going to be. With Judgment out here, this is the path this person is choosing. This person is choosing to make some progress within this relationship. There's a sense that I think that one or both parties have at least acknowledged internally that this relationship has come to a stopping point. It's possible this is being talked about at this point in time. Maybe there is some communication about the connection and where it stands right now. This very well could be a workplace or working relationship where one party wants to move it to a more intimate level and the other party sees it as just a working relationship. That very well could be what's going on here. Regardless of how each party feels about the connection, it is significant with the Lovers, 6 of Cups and 2 of Cups out here, all in the upright position. This is a connection that is a very spiritual connection. This is somebody you might consider a soulmate, somebody who's meant to be in your life. This could be somebody who's been in your life for a long time. Someone you've known since childhood. Could be a family member. It feels like it's I'm getting more than anything there is at least a hint of romantic connection, at least coming from one party. It could be this Queen of Wands. It could be that this person wants to take it to that next level. If this is already an intimate or romantic connection, then this person wants a ring, or this person wants to start a family, perhaps. But there is an indication that we need to move this forward now. And the Queen of Wands, when she's in reverse, I'm telling you what, she wants to get her way. She's not going to take no for an answer. So if you're the cross watcher and you're interacting with this individual, or if this is you, you are definitely determined. This is how it's going to be. The decision's already been made. There's no questions about this. The decision's already been made. The path has already been chosen by this Queen of Wands. This could be, she could be coming up with an ultimatum. Look, we're doing it this way, or we're done. Or this is how it's going to work, and you need to agree, or we need to figure out what's next for both of us. Let's get some more cards out here for Sagittarius and see what else we get. So we have the Emperor in reverse. I think that this is the person who I'm reading for, because I feel like this Queen of Wands, I mean, the whole time I'm getting this message, I'm feeling like the person who's thinking about this relationship getting to a certain point and then just being stagnant. And for some, anyway, it doesn't, there's 2 people in this reading. Let me get more cards out here. The Emperor in reverse, however, is the person I feel like I'm reading for. 3 of Pentacles again. Six of Pentacles. 2 of Wands again in the upright this time. Six of Swords in reverse again. Seven of Cups. 5 of Cups, this time in the upright. And then we have the Knight of Swords again, this time in the upright. Okay, this is confirming what I saw earlier on. First of all, this Emperor, at least right now, I feel like this Emperor sees this relationship as a working connection. It feels significant, it feels like a significant connection, but it's a working relationship. There's more tied into what can we create together, what can we build together, how can we be productive together. And it feels like that's kind of where where it stops for this Emperor. However, this Emperor's in reverse because I feel like he lacks control in this situation, because I think that if he doesn't choose to see things this Queen of Wands way, if he doesn't choose to move things to the next level, he may lose this relationship altogether. Because I feel like this person's giving an ultimatum. And might be revealing, this Queen of Wands might be revealing how she feels or what she's been thinking about this connection, so that she can see if this Emperor feels the same way. But this isn't just to see if the Emperor feels the same way, to see how the Emperor feels about moving things to the next level. This Queen of Wands is trying to figure out if this Emperor feels the same way, because I also think she's going to force the issue. There's a sense of, it's not a question of if we're going to move things forward, it's how are we going to move things forward. That's what this Queen of Wands is saying. She's already made this decision. We are making progress within this relationship. The question is not if we're doing it, it's how we're going to go about doing it. So the idea that you can't get away from taking this connection to the next level is bringing some grief. A troubled heart is receiving this news from this Queen of Wands. And again, I feel like it's this Emperor in reverse who's like, wait a minute, do I have a say in this? I mean, I am half of this connection. I am one of two parts of this relationship. I don't necessarily feel like there is complete resistance from this Emperor. I think this Emperor might feel like, okay, well, we can test the waters and kind of see where this goes. But I think he's a little bit resistant or a little nervous about the fact that he's not really being given a choice. It just is. He's being forced to accept that this is how it needs to be. And so I'm not necessarily indicating that this Emperor doesn't want this relationship to go to the next level. What I'm picking up in the cards is there's almost hesitation or reluctance, or feeling even a little skeptical about where this is going, because of the fact that I think that this Emperor has not been given a choice. It feels like there's some pressure here building up for this Emperor to make this decision with this Queen of Wands. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse with the Emperor. Nine of Cups in reverse. Five of Wands in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse. Two of Swords again, in reverse this time. Strength in reverse. Ten of Swords. And then the Seven of Swords. Okay, so this Emperor, not only does he not feel like he can, like he has a leg to stand on, he doesn't feel like he can necessarily fight this fight. This Queen of Wands is very determined. This Emperor's like, how do I don't have a leg to stand on here. And I'm not sure this is what I want. maybe I've said I wanted it in the past, but you know what I mean? People might change, feelings change, things get in the way of progress within relationships, but I feel like this Emperor is definitely very doubtful, and it feels like this Queen, she's saying, look, this is how it's going to be. She's already made this decision. She is feeling pretty adamant about it. Now, I'm not siding with one or the other. I can tell you what. I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who can resonate as this Queen of Wands, say, you know what, enough is enough already. We have come to this screeching halt within this connection. And if there's no progress to be made past this point, then what is the point? And then on the other hand, there's this Emperor who's like, but I don't know if I want to go to the next level. I don't know if I'm ready for that. And this Queen of Wands is like, but you don't have any choice because my internal clock is ticking and I want babies. I'm just using that as an example because I keep looking at this Ace of Wands thinking this Queen of Wands might want babies. She might want a family. She's like, you know what? My internal clock is saying it's time. So there is definitely some issues here. I'm not sure how much is being spoken out loud. There might be assumptions being made. Let's just say, for example, by that I mean, this Queen of Wands might come home from work one day and there's a bassinet in the dining room, and the Emperor comes in the door and says, what the hell is this bassinet in the dining room for? And the Queen of Wands says, well, you said we were going to have children by 2021, and guess what? 2021 is 2 months away, so just saying. Oh. So here's the other piece of the puzzle, and the more disturbing part is this Ten of Swords and this Seven of Swords. This feels like an either-or situation. This is the end of the line for this relationship, and by that I mean both of these people are at a point where if the question is made, I can't think of what I want to say. If this Queen of Wands persists and she says, look, there will be a decision made one way or the other, and this Emperor is forced to act upon something maybe he's not sure about or hesitant about, this is what could potentially happen. Now, you either move forward in this connection, this relationship, but because of the resistance from the other party, maybe you end up moving forward and the relationship ends up suffering from not being a true relationship, a true connection where both parties were ready and willing, and then you're dealing with Seven of Swords energy, or it comes to an end altogether. Ten of Swords. Because the Emperor his hand was forced. He had to make a decision, even when he wasn't ready. I feel like this is one of those types of readings where it could go a number of different ways with a number of different types of relationships. It does feel like it probably could be a relationship that maybe wasn't intimate or romantic and is moving to that next level, or it could be already a relationship that is at that intimate level, but it's become stagnant. It's not going anywhere. There's no progress. There's no energy being put forth into developing the relationship any further or taking it to the next level. So, Sagittarius, we're going to get you a Dreams of Gaia tarot card, and then we're going to wrap this up. You know, this Queen of Wands, she's kind of made a decision for herself. for the relationship as well. And she knows what she wants. She's very adamant. There's no question as to what she wants with regard to the relationship itself. Her questions are in regard to how are we going to move forward? What does this look like? When am I going to be buying my first pregnancy test? When do we get to go look at houses? Or when am I moving in with you? Or if it's a working relationship, for example, when are you going to make me partner instead of just your assistant? That kind of thing. Okay, we're going to take this card, Sagittarius. Oh my gosh, this is really interesting. Okay, so the Three of Wands came out, and this card came out in the Scorpio reading, but it was upright. And you watched me shuffle. I shuffle in between readings, and I shuffle during readings for the very purpose of getting them nice and mixed up. And of course, with this deck, sometimes they fall out, but most of the time I just get one that'll stick up, and that's the one I take because it's calling to me. And I told Scorpio when I pulled this one in the upright position that I haven't pulled this card in ages. It's been a super, super, super long time. So this is a potential blockage if it's in reverse. We'll see what this says, Sagittarius, and then we're going to wrap this up. And the potential blockage is just about a third of a page. Here we go. When the Three of Fire appears reversed in your reading, it represents a need to look closely at what you are doing. Watch where you are going. Do not allow yourself to fall or trip or become lost because you are not paying attention. Remember your objectives and goals. Do not lose sight of them. Is there something you might be missing because you have not paid close enough attention? Are you cutting corners that may ultimately cost you more than they have saved you because they might destroy a good reputation? Think back to your original plans and what you hope to achieve. Are you living true to your vision, or have you lost your way? Take a moment to pause and get your bearings so you can move forward with confidence. Well, that applies perfectly. I think that there was at least one of these parties lost their vision, and I think it's this Emperor. And it may very well be, and I'm not pointing fingers, this is just a suggestion, that perhaps there was a vision between these two. Perhaps these two had the same vision at one time and saw themselves moving forward with a specific plan and some goals and some intentions within the relationship. And somehow with time, things came to a screeching halt, or things got in the way, or priorities got in the way, and the relationship itself was put on the back burner. I think at least this Queen of Wands is saying, look, we need to revisit this because this is what we intended when we started out together. And this Emperor either may have lost his way or may have changed his mind with time. So I feel that strongly that that's what's going on within this connection. The outcome is totally up in the air. I see both outcomes in this set of cards. One looks very blissful and very positive and very encouraging. And these are the cards that came out first. And that looks very encouraging and very hopeful. This is a strong bond, and it's going to remain that way. And it's going to move forward in that fashion as well. But then, there's the troubling cards as well. And within this set of cards. So these could be two different outcomes. It could represent the way one party sees the future and the way the other party sees the future. Either one. And you'll have to decide that for yourself, Sagittarius. So I hope that this reading was enjoyable. If you're working through these things, I hope that it was helpful to you in some way. Maybe you gained some insight or some confirmation on how you're feeling about something, or Maybe you feel like you gained some advice. Whatever the case may be, I hope that the reading was helpful for you. So I want to say thank you for joining me. If it did resonate, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you care to. I really appreciate you joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, Sagittarius.